Welcome back to the MLS Review Show. New York looked to get back to their pre-Gold Cup form against the Quakes. But first, Chicago can't afford another tie when they face Chivas USA. The Goats entered their matchup with Chicago on a 3-game losing streak and with a bad habit of giving up leads. Robin Fraser was hoping that 4 home games in July would be just what the doctor ordered. Alejandro Moreno was still with the Venezuelan national team, so Justin Braun would continue to start with creative spark Marcos Mondaini up top. But the deciding factor would be if the backline stay focused for the full 90. Chicago was in need of a win. Sure, they were unbeaten in 7, but with only 1 win in that stretch, the Fire had tumbled down the standings. The match against a slumping Chivas provided a perfect opportunity for Marco Papa and Diego Chavez to return to form. Could Chicago pull out a win in Carson, or would the Goats get the home cooking they've been looking for? Christian Miles and Alan Hopkins made the call from the Home Depot Center in sunny SoCal.
Can Chivas turn it around and get their first victory against the Fire since 2008? Points of the essence.
Oz had missed the last 2 games because of concussion, hence the headgear that he's wearing. First game back.
And Oduro, flag is down. Here's Dominic Oduro. Super save from Dan Kennedy.
Quick breakdown defensively, one-on-one situations, and Oduro should have done better.
Good spell of possession for the red and white. And they find the combination to the safe, so to speak. And it's up for Oduro. The flag is down. It's Oduro all by himself. Dominic Oduro for Chicago, and they've stormed out in front.
Oduro just faster than anyone else in the Chivas USA back line. Look at him, head down. He doesn't get his head up until late in the runs.
Baba dispossessed, and LaBroca is on it again, trying to play it off Ron. The flag is down. Here's Jorge Flores, and a wonder save. Incredible goalkeeping.
Great ball through, not a finishing first touch. Too direct. Sean Johnson, very athletic.
We start to head into the second half of the season where points are really becoming paramount. Here's Niarco, plays it in. Oduro again. What a save from Dan Kennedy. This time, Patrick Niarco foiled as well. So it's as you were for Chivas USA. No changes for Robin Fraser. It does appear to be the same for Frank Lopez and the Fire. Lahoud setting himself off on a run here. LaBroca, he's done well. Nick LaBroca! Outstanding!
MLS goal of week caliber. Put it on the list. First touch was on the money. Cranks the volley, beats Johnson. The touch and turn.
Here's Flores looking for another good ball. He's got it. Estupinian. And that may have represented their best chance. It does full time here in Carson. And once again, Chivas USA falls short of the mark as they fail to defeat the Chicago Fire for the 6th time in 6 attempts in MLS.
San Jose had been rising up the West recently, but a scoreless home draw against a 10-man LA with a forward for keeper proved the Earthquakes were not a finished product yet. The return of last year's Golden Boot winner Chris Wondolowski was a welcome sight, as San Jose looked to topple the star-studded Red Bulls. Registering only 1 win since April, New York were happy for the return of their Gold Cup stars. Juan Agudelo got the start in place of injured Luke Rogers, and the U.S. international was out to prove he deserved it. Goalkeeper concerns still plagued the Red Bulls, but Hans Baca stuck with athletic Buna Kandul in net. Dax McCarty may have been the newest member of the New York squad, but he was thrust into the starting 11 against San Jose. Rob Stone and John Harkes were behind the mics.
Very promising forward for not only New York, the U.S. men's national team. And we are underway. New York in the white and the red, San Jose in the all blue. Richards, the product of Clemson University. Bellucci. Dax McCarty, the North Carolina Tar Heel. Nice switch of play, wide open, Miller.
Limper, 1-0 New York. You see Limper, he gets first to the ball. It's kind of a challenge in there. Not cleared properly, and it just falls to his feet, luckily, and he buries it, no problem. Loose ball. Open net. We're tied at 1. And Buna Kandul has made some brilliant saves throughout the season, but also the inconsistency leads to things like this.
Jason Hernandez, a 21 center back for San Jose, really tight on Juan Agudelo. Here, look at this ball.
Wondolowski. Off
feel this one getting dialed up a little bit now, John. Lenhart! Yes!
An excellent ball by the rookie, Stephen Betashore. The local player done good. What an excellent ball it was from Betashore.
Agudelo. Oof. Flying block to the chest. Burling delivering the blow. That should be a yellow, and it will be. New England and Salt Lake, and then Seattle and the Galaxy. Great way to celebrate your 4th of July. Dane Richards, save Bush! Bellucci fakes it. Limpere, another save Bush! Still in. Bellucci off the defender to Limpere, sizes it up, cracks, deflected, we're tied at 2s!
This is the 3rd attempt here as it comes in on the favorite left foot. Joel Limpere comes right off of Bobby Burling.
Is it
the number
Hernandez?
2? They see here, there's the first deflection from Hernandez.
Yeah.
You see the header from Bobby Burling.
Lenhart wins that one. Poor first touch by Miller, and he's cleaned out. Another strong challenge. That one's on Burling. He may get a second yellow, and he's done. And he is.
Here it is as Tonio comes in there. His body, Bobby Burling's focused on the ball.
And that's all she wrote. 1 point apiece. The 4-game road trip for Joel Limpere and company is over. Lenhart and Bellucci continue their conversation. Lenhart with a wonderful goal in the 68th to give San Jose their first and only lead of the evening. 85th minute, New York tied, and it is now a Joel Limpere goal, his 2nd of the match.
Coming up, Portland looked to get back on track at home against Sporting. Catch up on all the relevant soccer stories around the world each weekday morning with The Kickoff, compiled by fan favorite Simon Board. Whether it's a story about the latest European superstar linked to an MLS team, a controversial quote from a head coach, or a game preview with an interesting slant, you'll find it in The Kickoff. With as many as 20 links within the article, you can learn all you need to in the world of soccer with just one stop each morning. Welcome back to the MLS Review Show. The defending champs have a lot to prove when they take on Houston, but first Kansas City comes into Jeld Wen looking to silence the crowd. Sporting was finally out of the basement, and things were only getting better for Peter Vermees and his men. Graham Zusi was named MLS Player of the Month for June, and the team was back to their early season scoring. With a plethora of attackers, Kansas City was going to utilize them all during the packed July schedule to continue their rise. Portland was heading in the opposite direction. With only 1 point in their last 5 games, the Timbers would need to make some changes. John Spencer promised an overhaul, and big man Kenny Cooper was benched. But was the real issue that teams finally had learned to deal with Portland's set-piece threat? John Strong and Robbie Earl were on hand as the Timbers Army packed Jeld Wen Field.
There's the whistle. We're underway. Our referee today, Hilario Grajeda, has actually repped a couple Timbers second division matches in the past. Player of the month for June, and he'll serve this in. Open man to the back post, and it's just wide. Oh, Bravo, longtime player. Chivas Guadalajara. Sapong gets away from Eric Bruner. Sapong underneath Troy Perkins.
Sapong finds himself a yard of space around the edge of the box. He turns, he gets away from footing, and he just steers the ball low past Perkins.
They're going to push Aurelien Collin, the center back, forward into the box here. With a long throw from the other center back, Matt Beasler. Julio Cesar flicks it on Collin. Has made it 2-0 for Kansas City.
Having put one past the post, this time he just turns his neck muscles and steers it away from Perkins. And one goes to 2.
Shrewsbury to serve. Nielsen is up, only a punch. It falls for Darlington Nagbe. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant, and the Timbers are right back in it.
This is an unbelievable goal. But his touch, his composure, and then the ability to do that, well, that's why the coach has been saying, I need to get this kid fit, and I need to get this kid in the team.
Columbus, by the way, will be the Timbers' opponent in a couple of weeks. That's a very clever flick by Alisson. And he's able to win it around Collin. Perlas is to his right. It's Jorge Perlaza. Perlaza puts it high. Stoichev, return pass for Myers, who got behind Al-Hassan. Myers all the way through, and it's a wonderful save by Troy Perkins, I think, who got his feet in front of that ball and all the traffic. That was goal bound.
This was a big moment in the game. Look where Troy Perkins has had to get from that near post to get himself back, and he gets a knee onto the ball.
Robbie, I think they did that from the kickoff, to be honest with you. And we put it right into their hands and we go.
Perlaza! Great save by Nielsen. Coaches ever, we thank you.
That's where he wants to be. One-on-one with defenders. Goes past him, blasts it to the near post. Good save from the goalkeeper.
Shrewsbury in. Footy did get a piece of it. Bruner keeps it in play. Footy again. Cooper! Here comes Sapong the other way. Finds Graham Zusi. Zusi gets away. Zusi to seal it. It's chipped over the bar by Troy Perkins. It's going to fall for the former Kansas City player, Shrewsbury, and it's just wide. This might just be it, as the referee looked at his watch. Timbers need to get in the box. Shot on. Back for Rodney Wallace. Aurelien Collin, as Wallace went down. Referee's never going to give that, and the referee does blow for full time. Sporting Kansas City escape a full half of pressure, extend their unbeaten run to 8. The Portland Timbers winless streak is now 6.
The Colorado Rapids have not been looking like MLS Cup winners of late. Mired in the middle of a stacked Western Conference, Gary Smith's boys needed to improve on all sides of the ball. A game against Houston would not provide an easy task. Missing Connor Casey to suspension forced Omar Cummings back into the starting 11. But would the speedy forward be match fit? Houston came into the tilt plagued with inconsistency. Brad Davis was still having a stellar season, but as we all know, soccer is a team effort. Rookie Will Bruin had cooled off and Brian Ching had just returned from injury. So it was time for the Dynamo midfield to step up, particularly Jeff Cameron. Could the Dynamo finally find the quality that would last? Glenn Davis and Taylor Twellman were at Dick's Sporting Goods Park for the Sunday matchup.
There you look at Brian Ching, who's had wonderful success over the years against Colorado, scoring 13 goals in 19 games. Dynamo in the white, Colorado in the maroon, and it is game on here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Big space and onside is the Colorado Rapids. Mullen swings it in. Jamie Smith off the post. Are you kidding? Brian Mullen with the ultimate in delivery. And Smith's header hit the woodwork. So two good options, as Taylor points out. It'll be Smith. Smith shot safe hard. And a good tester from Jamie Smith.
This is what I'm talking about. If Danny Cruz is on the end, then Brian Mullen can't be on the end of that wall screening Tally Hall.
Davis, Sarkozy is on. Clipped in ball, Brian Ching trying to get a piece of it.
Brad Davis, what a ball. But Brian Ching with a great chance, just any kind of touch, and this ball's by Matt Pickens.
Jamie Smith on the ball. Here comes Smith. Swings it into the back post. Morza! What a save from Hall!
Drew Moore wide open, got in behind Haino. Good reaction save from Tally Hall. There's going to be growing pains, but he looks very confident coming off that line tonight.
Americois took it off his chest. Americois, save Hall again!
Good ball from Marvell Wynn, but great run. But Tally Hall, you expect Quincy Americois to bring that down, take it to the end line. He tries to sneak one by him. Great save from Tally Hall.
Americois against Ash. He fended him off, foul on Americois. Things getting aggressive down here. Linesman stepping between Americois and Corey Ash. Go back to what we said early in the game. Colorado 2-2-4 at home. Not a good home record. Especially in a place where you got altitude, you got a large surface, a lot of things. And that does it. It's over. Share of the spoils here tonight. Colorado Rapids and Houston end up in a 0-0 draw. Rapids go to 5-5-8. Houston 4-6-8. And a red card to Quincy America at the end of this game.
You knew Toledo couldn't leave this game without giving a red card.
Coming up, RSL look to build on their momentum against the Revolution. MLSsoccer.com is home to the best original soccer content on the web. This includes regular weekly features like John Bolster's Monday postgame, kicking off each week, reviewing the events from the previous one. On Tuesday, the MLS Power Rankings come out, illustrating the current position of each team in the opinion of the editorial staff. Postcard from Europe features a Q&A with American playing abroad every Wednesday. Peer into the mind of MLS Soccer's Jonah Friedman every Thursday with The Throw-In. Finally, Fridays bring the Armchair Analyst, where Matthew Doyle breaks down a statistical or tactical trend in the world of MLS or the U.S. national team. All of this and much more, including all the breaking news and updates, every week on MLSsoccer.com.